Well, Brittany wrote to me devastated after she says she found out that her boyfriend, the man she loved and is now pregnant with his baby, was leading a double life. She says she was shocked, destroyed, duped, and wanted to be here today to help other women avoid falling into the same trap that she had fallen into. Now, as we always do, we research our stories top, side, and bottom. Because during our research, we uncovered headline after headline documenting Brittany's history of harassment and fabricating pregnancies, births, and infant deaths, all for revenge and money. Just 2 years ago, it was reported that Brittany told a former one-night stand that their twins died at birth and sent him a photo of an urn supposedly holding their ashes. She was, of course, never even pregnant. And that's not all. She was even convicted of falsifying 2 birth certificates after lying to a judge about having twins. She even presented the judge a Photoshop picture of herself holding her bouncing new babies as proof.
Brittany finds men on dating websites. She will wind up sleeping with these men. One time, she tells them that she's pregnant. She constantly destroys men's lives and just turns their world upside down.
In 2010, September, man 1. Now, he filed harassment and a restraining petition against her. He filed to keep her away from him. In 2012, man 2, married, she claimed pregnant with his child, and this is the one that she met in the parking lot. Yep. Supposedly called this man's spouse, work, left notes claiming to be pregnant. 2012, February, man number 3, he filed harassment and a restraining order. She claimed she was pregnant with his twins, showed up at his work, left notes in his car, unwanted messages. Same year, November 14th, this man, number 4, filed harassment petition. Again, this is the one she rented a room to Brittany, claimed pregnant with his child after having sex one time, harassed him at work, called his new girlfriend and family claiming that he's pregnant.
Brittany is without a doubt a pathological liar and a sociopath. She's 100% careless about hurting people and destroying their lives. When I first met Brittany, she told me that she had just delivered stillborn twins and that she was living in an abusive situation and she needed a place to stay. Brittany showed me a picture of her actually holding 2 stillborn babies in her arms in a hospital bed. I felt so compassionate and empathetic, and I wanted to take her into my home and help her get back on her feet. After Brittany moved out, she asked me to write witness statements so that she could get the death certificates for her stillborn twins. I said, well, I can't give you actual witness statements because I wasn't there, but I can give you a statement that says I was aware of the births because I saw the picture. So I wrote those statements, got them notarized. I ended up being questioned by a detective as a possible accomplice in a felony forgery case.
She filed false information with the health department to get birth certificates for twins named Braxton and Brielle.
Brittany took the notarized papers, changed all the words, but kept my signature and the notarization. I was livid. It was just too much. I found out that Brittany was never pregnant and never actually had these twins. The picture Brittany actually showed me was a fake. She took a picture from another woman who was holding her stillborn babies and photoshopped her own face on it.
Now, let's look at page number 2 of the men that have been involved. We went through 1 through 4.
This is when I started, was okay. 2014.
All right, this is when you got involved.
Yeah.
July 2014, man number 5 filed harassment petition, not left me alone for the past 15 months. I had 1 date and sex.
Yep.
And claimed delivered his twins premature stillborn. Sent photo of remains in an urn, later claimed the twins were alive. November 2014, on November 4th, man number 6 filed a harassment petition, claimed pregnant with his child. Then July of 2015, man number 7 claimed secretly had his baby and that the baby was in intensive care, allegedly attempted to extort money from him. And then March 2016, man number 8 claims 25 weeks pregnant with his child. That's the current man.
When I first met my ex-boyfriend, everything was great. I was well respected, taken care of financially, and he went out of his way to do things to benefit me. Everything changed in August when I found out that he was living a double life. One morning, there were some text messages that came in on his cell phone that were very inappropriate from another woman. I learned 2 days later that he had a fiance that lived in another state. When I confronted him, he was nasty. He acted like it wasn't that big of a deal. He basically insinuated that I was nothing more than a booty call. It was like a slap in the face. My ex-boyfriend's fiance and I connected, and we both decided to confront him together. The conversation got heated and he hung up. Since that phone call, he has completely cut me off. He blocked my phone number. He has completely rejected me. That was very hard because right now I'm 25 weeks pregnant with his child. Now I hear that he's even questioning if the child is his, and I've even offered to give him a paternity test. Having a family is something that I've always wanted, raising a child with both of their parents involved. He has completely undermined that. Since telling my ex-boyfriend about the pregnancy, he has sent me numerous text messages saying that I'm emotionally unstable, spiteful, and that I'm going to be a bad mom. The amount of stress that he's put me through has put me in the hospital. He's put me through hell, and I want to make sure that other women don't have the same experience.
Okay, welcome. So, how long have you known this man?
About 9 months.
About 9 months. What was the point that it changed?
It changed when I discovered that he was involved with another woman. He had a fiance in another state. Mm-hmm. And when he was confronted about that, he became nasty.
Did you talk to the fiance?
Yes, I did.
And was she surprised about you?
Somewhat, but this wasn't the first time that he's done this to her.
At that point, did you give him a chance to clear it up? Did you say, that's it, buddy, you're out of here? I mean, what was your reaction at the time?
Initially, I was in shock, and he cut me off, so I didn't get an opportunity to talk to him about what was said. So I sent him an email, and I basically just said, you know, I'm disgusted with you, and at this point, I don't want anything to do with you because I found out the type of person that you really are.
You're 25 weeks pregnant now?
Correct.
Were you happy when you found out you were pregnant?
I was nervous.
First time you've ever been pregnant?
Yes.
So this was a new experience for you?
Correct.
And how's that pregnancy going?
So far, it's going okay. I had some problems early on.
We were actually going to talk to you a few weeks ago, right?
That is correct.
And you were having some issues then because you had an exchange with our staff member. This was about 3 weeks ago. Our staff member, hi Brittany, are you available to chat today? Brittany, I'm at the doctor right now. I'm having complications. Our staff member, oh no, is everything okay? Are you still able to come to the show? Brittany, I'm having contractions. Staff member, oh wow, is that a good thing? Brittany, no, they're going to try to stop it. Our staff member, oh wow, is it slowing down? Brittany, you sent a photo in the hospital bed. Once I'm done with this medication, I can go home, but they are putting me on bed rest. He said there's a 10% chance after the first onset of preterm labor that the baby will be born within a week. My doc said he doesn't want me leaving town. He's concerned because of a uterine abnormality that this baby is going to be coming a lot sooner than planned. I just talked with my doc. He wants us to come up with a birthing plan regarding the baby being born premature. So they're on top of it.
Yes, they are.
What's your due date?
March 22nd.
Boy, girl?
That I would rather not say.
You don't want to disclose?
No.
Okay. Do you know?
Yes.
Now, you ask us to reach out to the father.
Yes.
And see what he had to say about this whole thing. Now, we were able to get Brittany's ex on the phone. He says he doesn't believe that she is pregnant at all and just wants her to leave him alone once and for all. Here's what he had to say.
seen each other on and off, and it just got to the point where, I wasn't interested anymore. She had picked up on the vibes, and then she called me and told me that she was pregnant. And then she sent me a pee strips that you pee on, saying that it was pregnant, and then from there it just spiraled out of control. At first I did believe it's mine, but then a buddy of mine, he actually pulled up a site and said, look, dude, this looks like almost just like the one she sent you. And it was almost the exact same picture. She just came by my neighbors, went by my landlords and talked to them and told them all kinds of crazy stories, called my work. She got into my contacts and just started calling people, getting a hold of my family on Facebook. I've probably had to block at least 30 or 40 different numbers she called me from. She told my neighbor I had kidnapped her cousin and was holding her cousin against her will. She sent me fake ultrasound pictures, and the pictures don't have any name on them, any hospital on them, any serial numbers, none of that stuff. I mean, I don't wish anything bad on her. I just want her to leave me alone and move on with her life. Even if she is pregnant, do I believe it's mine? No.
Wow. So what do you say to that?
Well, that's partially why I'm here. He's a pathological liar.
Did you send him an ultrasound?
I did.
He sent us the ultrasound that he said you sent him. This is it, correct?
Yes.
He was concerned that this ultrasound didn't have any identifying information on it.
He didn't ask me to scan him a copy of it. I just took a picture of it while I was holding it in my hand. It wasn't anything that was intentional, but he has never asked me to supply him with anything else either.
But he thinks you're not pregnant.
Well, he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. But we can help with that today because we have a nurse here that can do an independent pregnancy test, and we can send it to him so he doesn't have any room for doubt or concern about manipulation. So he knows you're not jerking him around.
He knows that I'm not. I've provided him with a copy of the document from the hospital.
Would you like our nurse to confirm it and send it to him?
I guess I don't know why it's really an issue.
Well, I'm just asking if you would. It's up to you. I feel like
I've already provided him with that, and okay. I don't owe him anything more than what I've already given him.
I'm wondering if you recognize that you need help as well.
And I've been doing that. I've been working on myself.
I'm wondering if, in a sense, you being here today is a cry for help.
I think the whole situation needs help. It's a mess.
Well, but I'm wondering if you being here today is a cry for help, because do you watch this show?
I do.
Do you think I know what I'm doing?
I would sure hope so.
Do you think I do my homework?
I'm sure you probably do.
We actually got an email from a friend of yours who was concerned about you and said that you needed help.
Time out.
I'm sorry?
You need to take a time out.
Well, I don't want you to take a time out. I want you to talk to me. Because there are times in people's lives...
I'm going to walk out if you're going to do that.
No, hold on, because let me tell you something. And listen, you can leave anytime you want, but hear what I have to say first.
I don't want to see the email. Bottom line. I don't want to see what this person had to say. Bottom line, it's none of their business.
What I want you to do is hear me. You're willing to hear me, right? That's what you came here for, right? It's to hear from me.
I came here because I think he needs help.
Okay. I think people get to a point in their lives that are thresholds. And when they get to those thresholds, they can make a choice to go left or go right, and it can really have a profound impact on the rest of their lives. And you and I both know that you haven't been fully forthcoming with me. And
I haven't talked to you. This is the first time I've sat down and talked with you.
Well, you haven't been fully forthcoming with us, with my
I'm
staff.
gonna end this because I don't
No,
do
no,
this. Yep.
you need to listen to me.
No, I don't.
You know what I know.
I know what you know, and that's why I walked away, because I was promised that this would not be brought
That's
up.
absolutely not true.
They promised me this. That was part of the agreement. Andrea promised me that this would not
Then
be
get
brought up.
Andrea, because that is absolutely not true. But I am through being manipulated by
I'm not
you.
trying to manipulate
Then
you.
sit down and talk to me.
I'm sorry it got heated. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from.
Listen, I want you to understand where I'm coming from. You lied to me. You lied to our whole staff when you came here. Don't talk, just listen. You have assumed a pattern in life that is very self-destructive for you. You need help with that. You have been through a pattern of claiming that you were pregnant when you were not. You have falsified documents to the court. You have been convicted of that. You now have these warrants out for your arrest. You continue to make these claims when you know they're not true. The question that I have is why? I've counted up not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, but 8 different men that you have manipulated with pregnancy claims. You've had 12 restraining orders against you. You've violated it 8 times that have gotten prosecuted. You're going to continue to get in trouble if you don't stop doing what you're doing. Do you ask yourself why you say things that aren't true?
Well, like I told you, I've been working on things.
We know that you have made misrepresentations to people, correct?
Yes, I have.
Will you take a pregnancy test?
I don't see why you're questioning that when I have an actual screenshot of my electronic medical records that show it, and there's a date on there. There's everything that's on there, including my name.
I'm questioning it because
And I understand your position
of these
because
headlines.
Yes, I know.
And for you to say that you're pregnant but you won't take a 10-second pregnancy test is absurd. The only way that you're going to get any help begins with being honest.
Okay.
Are you pregnant?
Yes, I am.
Are you 25 weeks pregnant?
Yes, I am.
So you can take a pregnancy test and prove that.
Yes.
Will you do that now?
When I have to go to the bathroom, I will.
Because we'll wait.
Okay.
When I ask you on stage, have you ever been pregnant before? And you say no, but yet you have claimed on numerous occasions to have been pregnant.
I have been, but I didn't want to discuss it because it's a painful situation. And yes, I was dishonest, but...
Did you Photoshop your face onto another woman's body that was holding 2 stillborn babies?
I did not do that.
Who did?
I do not know her name.
But somebody put your face on that picture?
Yes, they did. I did not do that.
Why would someone do that?
She was just trying to help the situation, and I don't think that it really helped.
You didn't have 2 stillborn babies.
No, I did not.
And saying that you did is what I'm talking about. That's bad judgment, right?
Absolutely.
Did you falsify the birth certificates?
Yes, I did.
Have you claimed you were pregnant to men before when you weren't?
I have, yes.
And tell me why you think you've done that.
Well, if you knew some of the medical history of some of the things that have gone on, which a lot of it, and it's involved surgeries and a lot of narcotic drugs, dealing with pain clinics and things on that nature, that played a big part of the issue.
You think you've done it while you were in an altered state of consciousness?
Absolutely. and I'm not proud of that.
Why do you think these men, I only know about 8, there may be more, why do you think they have felt stalked and harassed by you?
A lot of games of, I'll put a restraining order on you. You can't contact me, but I'll contact you and I'll bother you as much as I want to. It's unfortunate that those things don't work both ways and protect both parties.
But you violated them. You lost the game, is what you're saying.
Under drugs, yeah.
Yeah. Were you on drugs when you tried to jump out of a moving car?
I've never tried to jump out of a moving car.
Well, the police report says you did.
And that's a lie. That's not what happened.
What did happen?
I was trying to reach for something, and I was getting car sick, and I was holding onto the door in the back seat. I was trying to stabilize myself. I never tried to jump out of a moving car.
The police are lying.
Yes, they are. I would never do something that stupid.
Did you jump out of a second-story window?
I did, but there was reason behind why I did that.
But you did jump out the second-story window.
I felt like I didn't have a choice. It was for my own safety.
And the police thought you were evading them.
They did.
Were they wrong?
Yes, they were.
Do you consider this to be change-worthy behavior?
Absolutely.
So saying you're pregnant when you're not, you say that's change-worthy behavior?
Absolutely.
And violating restraining orders, you agree that's change-worthy behavior?
Yes.
Are you on any drugs now?
Nothing narcotic or anything along those lines, no.
Nothing that you shouldn't be on?
Correct.
You have 2 warrants out for your arrest right now.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, they are deadly serious and really pissed.
Okay.
A very viable alternative to going to jail is to go into a treatment facility. I want to offer you to go into what I believe is the most elite treatment facility in the country.
Okay.
Well, you know, since taping this show, we received a call from a friend of Brittany's informing us that Brittany had been arrested. Now, after speaking with law enforcement, they confirmed that Brittany has been arrested in her home state as a fugitive of justice after failing to appear in court for violating her probation. Now, she's currently awaiting extradition back to the state where her offenses took place. Now, while in county jail, Brittany spoke with one of our producers. She said she had recently given birth, but would not share any more details so we could verify the validity of her newborn child. The producer told her if we could verify the birth, we would ensure the update was added into the show. She still declined. Brittany also said she would like to finish her conversation with me and promised she would answer every question I had. Furthermore, she also would like to return to the treatment facility where we originally offered her resources. So we'll keep you updated on this ever-changing story.